Hi, this is Jonah with Sweet Honey Code, and today we're going to take a look at Metafield apps and if they can connect to dynamic source. So let's get right to it. Okay, so I am on my development Shopify, and so I installed a Metafield app. This one looked pretty good to get started. Once I went to that app, I added a Metafield for products. So these are the two test Metafields I'm going to work with today. Now keep in mind every Metafield app may take a different approach, but they will all follow a similar function in the case of that you're creating Metafields to use. Now, at this moment, this does not talk to dynamic source. And we can take a look at that by going to Online Store and go to Customize for the new Dawn theme. So because this is part of products, I'm going to go right to the products template and take a look. Now I have a text field available, but if I go to click Insert Dynamic Source, the only sources that are going to show up are ones that are already added into this theme. But we see this link that says Add Metafield. So where does this take us? So when I click on Add Metafield, we will quickly discover that it says here that there is no definition for Metafields to work with products. But yet I just created two Metafields using a Metafields app. So what's going on here? Well, at this moment, Metafield apps are not able to talk directly to the Shopify admin to say, hey, I have Metafields available that you can use. And currently in the documentation, there's no API for them to do so. So how do we get around this? Well, the solution may very much surprise you as much as it surprised me. So we're going to click Product. So what we're going to do here is usually with Metafields, you can create a definition here in the Shopify admin. But for Metafields created with a Metafield app, for example, we can actually click on this tab that says Metafields without a definition. So I'm going to click on that. Once I click on that, you can see these two Metafields that were created using that Metafields app. So what's the next step here? We're going to click Add Definition, and we're going to define it so that Shopify can work with it. So I'm going to quickly type, there we go, added a name. And in this case, I want to make sure the type isn't matching what I want to do with this. So I'm going to make sure it's a URL because this one's a URL, and I'm going to click Save and Save. So one thing to note, as that warning pop up, I'm going to show you one more time. There was a warning there. So we're going to go and define the next Metafield. Cool. I have my name. I'm going to choose the type here, which should be a text. Awesome. And now I'm going to click Save. So this is important. This definition will not update our existing Metafield values. So it won't go retroactive. So we're going to click Save. So what does this do? Well, let's take a look. Now I'm going to go back to my customizer and I'm going to refresh. Perfect. So now I'm on the text field and I can see right here, product new title. Isn't that incredible? So by creating the definition, it makes it available to be used as a dynamic source. So I'm going to click Insert here and I'm going to just delete the vendor for now. And we can see here that it already has a value that I created within the Metafields app. So I'm going to click Save for a moment, and we're going to jump back into the other tab. So what does this really do? Well, in one way, though, if I go to Products and go to my test product, what it does is it will also create the fields available down here in the admin as well. But just in case that you like the features that a Metafields app has, for example, text formatting, you will still find that available on More Actions menu here. So in case you're setting up the store for someone else, it's probably better to train them to use that app if you prefer it, as some of the text formatting is not available in these Metafields at this time. Maybe in the future, who knows? But this is a great solution for those of you who like Metafield apps or have already been developing stores using these apps. That this is a way we can tie it in and use the new features that are available Online Store 2.0. So what happens now? Well, if I needed to update something here, I definitely would go back to More Actions, click on the app that I chose to use for the store, and change something. So let's do this. Changed text. So I can see that I am now editing this test product. So this is not global. This is only editing the Metafields for this. I'm going to click save. Now, one of the things with the customize feature in Shopify is it tends to cache. So now that I've changed the text, I'm going to have to go back to online store, go to customize one more time, back to that test product, just to preview this. And there we go, change text. So I can still update these values through the Metafields app, and it's going to reflect on the store. So what about if I needed to delete a definition? So if we go back to settings, click on Metafields, go back to products, we can actually remove these. So maybe I changed my mind about this product URL. So I'm going to click on that, click delete. But this time, I only want to delete the definition so that the Metafield values are available through the app that I have used. So I'm going to click definition only, and there we go. So that is how you can approach that in terms of if you don't want it available anymore as a dynamic source, you want to delete the definition. And so with that, I hope you liked this video. If you do, please like and comment down below on what ways you see yourself using this feature in your upcoming stores or current stores. And with that, please also consider supporting me through Buy Me a Coffee as I create these videos as a full-time job, and I want to be able to keep doing it. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.